Hey guys, what's going on? Hey guys, popping out chat real quick. Hey. We got Ryan, RDFPV, Dakota and family. Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Wacky Wednesday. Y'all are halfway there. I got to work another week. Well, week and 2 days before I ever get another day off. So I'm not halfway there yet, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's been a long couple weeks, but we'll make this. I'm tired, Ryan. You can see it. I have busted my behind the last couple days, but inventory starts tomorrow afternoon and all day Friday, variance reports on Saturday, training on Sunday, another crazy work week. You need 97 hours to go for watch time. Congratulations, Dakota. Yes, inventory sucks. I work for an electrical supply company, so we've got everything from nuts and bolts to gaskets to breakers. Yeah, Ryan, work is overrated, that's for sure. But gotta work to pay the bills and gotta work to play. And the bad thing is, inventory is normally in April, but my company has been sold, so our new owners take over on Monday. It's all good. It's an adventure. Every little ripple, once a year. Once a year. So this time they ended up moving it up 2 months early because we've been sold, and ay caramba. Trish, Rubber Ducky, how are you, my dear? You guys were in New York. Are you still up there? Yes, the new owners are very stable. We're going from a privately owned, family operated company to a corporation. Actually, the largest electrical distributor in the United States. So, yeah, we're going to a very stable situation. Oh, babe, I'm here. It may be a short live tonight, but I am here, Axiomatic. How are you, my dear? Running a few minutes late, but that's typically my style. You know how that goes. Luminous AGR, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Oh, David is sleeping. I can understand that. As much as he drives, I can totally understand catching every bit of Z's he can. You're in New York heading to Indiana. James Swift, welcome, my dear. Thank you so much for joining me. Glad to see everybody. Everybody is on that downhill slide. You all got this. You can do this. You got 2 more days, and then you get a couple days off. I'll be thinking about you all as you're kicked back and relaxing over the weekend. I know. We got a little bit of snow this morning, and then, of course, it trans over to rain and washed away all the snow. So it's not like New York. I know in New York they are packed with snow. Joseph, Sarcy Studio, welcome, my dear. Yes, indeed, it has been a while. Greg, hey, babe. Yeah, I know. Laugh out loud, snow. We didn't get much of it today, but it was pretty falling. Dr. Jerome, welcome. I'm tired today. Our inventory starts tomorrow, so I am now in crunch time. You're in mid-Missouri, disabled with heart problems. Totally understand that. My dad is disabled with also heart problems and back problems. So I totally understand that. Bob Biker, welcome, baby. Every day in winter is a day off. Ah, not here. They were canceling places and closing stores, and I'm stacking pallets. And I'm like, one place was a hair cutter. And I'm like, seriously, you can't cut hair while I'm stacking pallets? Something wrong with that situation. Go ahead, Greg, rub it in. 83 degrees. Babe, I wish it was 83 degrees. It will be eventually. RJ's RC, welcome, my dear. How are you? I hope y'all are having a great week. I just keep thinking just a little bit more, just a little bit more, just a little bit more. I can do this. But I can sit back now and where I handle all the returns and all the defects for 6 different locations. It gets a little crazy. And I can actually sit back now and go, I am seriously on the downhill slide. Once inventory's done, and I'm not even really sweating inventory. I was sweating getting most of the stuff out of that room before inventory, because if not, counting that stuff is a nightmare. Metro Drones, Bill number 2 checking in. Hey, up there in Michigan. That's right. It's Hump Day, Wacky Wednesday, all of the above. I am so glad your kidney problem is nothing that is serious and nothing that's going to bother you. That's great. Tabby, welcome, my dear. Oh, God. Axio, I wish we could just guess, but no, where we have been bought, we're actually teamed up with one of the new people. They don't know how we do things. We don't know how they do things. So it's going to be interesting. It really, truly is going to be interesting. Ooh, you had a sleet storm last night. I was watching a show on our on the Weather Channel. It's called Highway to Hell, and I believe it's filmed in Canada, but it's mainly about like tow trucks that have to go and retrieve tractor trailers, and they had an ice storm up there, and I mean it had coated everything and caused a massive pileup. I think it was like 3 tractor trailers, and then cars were sliding into the trucks, and it ended up taking them, I think it was like 9 hours to end up clearing that highway. I was like, no, no, I can't imagine sitting there being stuck, and I cannot imagine what they were going through trying to get all that straightened up. On days like that, I like to stay home. Yeah, it's a really cool show. But yeah, I wish I could just guess like counting jelly beans. Ah, there's 500 of those. Nah. It's snowing. Oh, Joseph, we got a little bit today, but the rain washed it away. And yeah, Axio, talking about humidity, I was watching our local weather a while ago, and it said the humidity here is at 100% right now, and I'm like, oh, come on, just give me a little bit of a break. Of course, I was outside working in the snow today, working in the rain this afternoon. I'm like, really? Can you please just cut me a little bit of slack and turn it all off just for a little bit right now? Oh, Bob, I love you, baby. So I take it that was the face down naked snow angel you were doing that time, huh? And see, we don't have sewer lids. We've got the septic tanks, and you've got the drain field usually right there. So, now there's an awesome idea, Joseph. Make sure you film that. Racing the snowplows with your RC. Mm-hmm. Yep. What do you mean, lucky guys in the north? You want snow? And it's so funny because some of our new owners came in today. and they're in Texas. So this was like their first time ever seeing snow just fall. And I'm like, well, enjoy it while it's here because by this afternoon it'll be gone. And they're like, nah. And I'm like, yeah, watch. It'll be gone by this afternoon. It's going to rain. So, and fingers crossed, I think they're talking about 50s and 60s for the rest of the week. Rita, welcome, my dear. I hope you're having a wonderful week. Honey, I'll take the heat any day over snow and cold. I prefer the heat. In the heat, I don't hurt as bad with arthritis. So, yeah, I'll definitely take the heat. No, it was the new IT guy came in to get us ready with the new computer systems. He had to see what he was facing. There's a lady who handles like all of the accounting aspect, and then the other lady was, I love this one. She is their internal auditor, so she is in charge of every inventory for every location. So yeah, it's and they're all super nice and laid back, and like I said, we're in crunch time because we know come tomorrow night at 5 o'clock is when our inventory starts, and from then on we're more or less theirs. We don't. I know around 8, 9 o'clock ish tomorrow night I'll get off. Saturday, or yeah, I'm skipping days. Ooh, I told you it's been a long week. Um, Friday we go in at 7, and we work until we're done. So, and normally we do uh on the first day we would close at noon and work till 8 or 9, and then come back in the next day at 8 and run it all the way through. So this is going to be interesting where they're shortening the hours, and it's crazy, but we'll make it through. We always do. We got a really great crew, so I understand that. Now, how many of your mailboxes have the frickin' snowplows taken out? It's mind-boggling. Yes, humidity is the killer in Florida. Definitely. See, Greg, he said that it was 80 something, 83 or 84, but he didn't say how the humidity was holding down there. It's probably sticky, icky down there. I understand that, James. We have 4 seasons. Y'all have 2. Hot and hotter. Eastad, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Shh, Eastad's at work right now. I totally understand that. I totally understand that. Every winter, sometimes, Joseph. Oh, you got to do the telephone pole trick or the brick mailbox, and once they hit that, they never ever want to hit it. I've actually seen the freaking snowplow blades being bent due to striking the wrong mailbox. I understand that. I totally understand that, Bob. Snowplows come by, they block your driveway, and it's always right after you have cleared it. Right after you have cleared it out, they just come in, and I'm like, really? Yes, Trish, definitely. North Carolina has some crazy weather. Right, Ryan? I think we all need to kind of like go south. Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad he did clear out your driveway, Bob. Yes, I do have Twitter. I have been on Twitter for 5.5 years now. Oh, your AC is at 60 degrees as we speak. And it's probably running full time. Yep, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I am on Instagram and YouTube. I don't mess with Snapchat or any of that crazy stuff, but uh, I was on Facebook and Twitter for years before I ever came to YouTube. My newest is the Instagram thing, and I still haven't figured that out. I have to ask my son different questions, and he's 19 going on 20, so he's like, oh, come on, Mom, it's easy. And I'm like, yeah, no, it's not. But for me, Instagram is more of like nature pictures and things like that. I agree, Eastad. Snapchat is for kids. And I tell you what, some of the things that I've heard about on Snapchat, I'm like, nah, I have no interest in Snapchat at all. Oh, Trish, your mom's dog is missing you. Well, after being home for so long with the dog, I'm sure. Aha, Bob's on Instagram. Yep, that sounds good, Joseph. We'll make a group hat on it. Yep, yep, yep. Everybody get together. Networking. Lewis, welcome, baby. Good night, my dear. I know it is extremely, extremely late where you are. 121 ish. I appreciate you popping in, though. Yeah, Chris asked me tonight. He's like, "Are you going live?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm going live for a little while." I said it probably won't be a typical show and long and late because just about every night I have been crashed out early and normally on the couch. And Rusty's waking me up later going, "Come on, Mom. Come on, Mom. It's time to get up and go to bed." Jamil, welcome, babe. I know. I am so sorry. Long time no see. Yes, it has been. It definitely has been. I have been so slammed at work. It's hard for me to even get videos uploaded right now. Let alone, I'm trying my best to make my Wednesday though. So Bob, did you take Skippy out anymore? That was absolutely adorable. I was so wore out yesterday, and I'm sitting at work, and I've got my phone sitting on my desk, and I've got the YouTube notifications that just they'll show up, but they don't make any sounds or anything. And my phone lit up, and I looked down, and you were taking Skippy outside, and I'm like, oh. And a couple of the girls are like, Crystal, you all right? And I'm like, yeah, there's just something I really, really, really want to watch, but I can't right this minute because it has sound and I can't have the sound here at work. So I have to wait till I get home, and that sucks. But yep, that made my day yesterday. Made me smile. Yeah, Trish, Instagram is just downloading pics. And for the longest time, I was like, ah. But here lately, it's been more of my nature pictures and things like that. So it's like, okay, kind of another storage area, like Bob says. Yeah, you can do videos, and now you can do live on Instagram. I don't think you can go as long as, say, Facebook or YouTube. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it totally. I haven't had time to look into anything. Thank you so much for joining me, Eastad. Don't work too hard, and I'll catch you next time. But thanks so much for popping in, my dear. Yeah, I could put my craft pics on there. I didn't even think about that one. And then link it to the video somehow. I'm still figuring this stuff out. I still have a hard time. Okay, 1 minute max on Instagram. Gotcha. I still have a hard time tagging people on Instagram. Like when Chris made my owl, I wanted to tag him, and I'm like, I give up. It's just on here. That's it. Oh well. And now I've linked my Instagram with my Facebook, so there's pictures on my Twitter on the link on my channel. I should be able to. Yep, it's on there, dear. And oh, where'd it go? There is Joseph RC's Twitter for anybody who wanted it. You don't understand the Apple iPad? Oh, honey, I live on my iPad. I love my iPad. Which one do you have? I've got two different ones, so questions about the iPad I can probably help you out with. I've had an iPad for, God, probably about 8, 9 years now. One version or another. But yeah, I like my iPad. I'm definitely an Apple person. Android and I don't see eye to eye. I can't figure out half the things with an Android, but I can work an Apple. Yeah, Bob, you're gonna have to help me out with some of this Instagram stuff. I know you're a techie person. You can figure these things out faster than I can. I know. No, he's over at his dad's house tonight. They haven't got to spend a whole lot of time together, so that's where he is right now. But yeah, he usually is video bombing me, isn't he? Either that or flying drones around my head. I think right now they're all up and safe for now. A Kindle and an Android. Mm-mm. Nope, nope, nope. I had oh, what was the thing that was it came out before the Kindle? A Nook. I had one of those before I got my iPad. Because yeah, I do love to read, but there's just something there's just something different about putting your hands on a real book and reading it. I guess I'm old school. I guess I'm just too old school. Oh well. It happens to everybody. We all get old. Sooner or later, we might feel young at heart, but we still get old. The newest iPad, I think that's the one I have. Crazy about trance music. I like all types of music. Chris never knows what I will be listening to. True, Axio, Bob Biker gets younger. I don't know how he does that. He won't share that with me. RC Funds, John, welcome, babe. We're trying to figure out how Bob Biker keeps getting young. And Axio, he's just got the perfect hand model going. And his hands never age either. So I think, oh, he said, and sexier. I agree, Bob. I agree. You've been learning your new Parrot Mambo FPV. Are you flying in the truck? Oh, you have to moisturize. I understand that. You don't want to lose that hand contract. You seriously don't want to lose that hand contract. I understand. I totally get that. No, Bob, you are not starting to smoke again. Nope, you're not allowed. You've been doing great. Yes, you are. You're the Brad Pitt of the YouTube hand world. I can't be the Angelina because my nails suck after the last couple weeks. I laughed so hard. Wiles 3D, welcome, babe. How you doing? What you been printing? I laughed so hard when we did Axio's mail call, and I was doing the hand model, and everybody's like, "Yo, bro, I thought you had some red nail polish on. What's going on?" And then they realized, nope, it was me. Yep, soon it's 1 year, the beginning of March. See, you're doing wonderful, babe. And it's just your hibernation weight, Bob, because I know once the weather warms up, you're going to be outside doing all kinds of things, and the weight will come right back off. You know that. You're an outside guy, so it's all good on that one. This is what my hubby made me for Valentine's Day because I absolutely love owls, and I'm going to paint it. So, yep, that, and now he's making little boxes, stackable little boxes, compartmentalized. Awesome, Maxio. 6 years off the cigarettes. Great job. One of these days, I'll be right there with you all. Just not today. Maybe after this takeover happens, I won't be so stressed at work. So, who knows? Maybe we'll give it a go then. Oh, of course. Little teeny little parts and screws and all kinds of things. Yep, getting them done. He's got that one, and then he's got these. So, yeah, he's getting there. He cracked me up the other night. He's like, look, because he was printing them. And then he's like, look, and it's adding the nipples. And I was like, what did you say? He's like, it's adding the nipples. And I'm like, I gotcha. Makes sense now. Finished printing mounts for a camera slide on my ceiling. I'm printing a couple parts for one of my printers. And I just got the filament for my open RC car for MRRF. So I'm going to start printing that. Awesome. What kind of filament are you using for that? You've been busy, busy, busy. But isn't that super cool that you can print parts for your own printer? That was just amazing when we started out with this one. It was like, whoa. Yes, John, I do. I really, really do. I prefer stuff that has been made than stuff that has been bought. There's more thought. I'm not the materialistic type. So when you put more thought in it, that's what matters. And congratulations on 9 years. That's amazing. Josh, hey babe, what are you up to? Where are you? Last I heard, you were at O'Hare Airport and fussing about it. Gotcha. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Snow, 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 I guarantee you. What time do you get to see Josh's nips? You're going to have to go over to the FPV NoobTube channel around 9 to see Josh's nips. Unless he's holding off on y'all until 10 to see his nips. I don't know. Josh, what time are you revealing those nips, babe? Ryan, if you can't log into Twitter, hon, you may have to go in and reset your password. 2+ feet of snow everywhere. Nope, keep it up there. Oh, instant nipplage. There you go. 9ish, you get to go see Josh's nips. 11 years today, Trish? Or is that coming up? The guys were talking about how many years it's been since they quit smoking. Oh, wait a minute. What'd you go to Hobby Lobby for, Metro? Or was Josh at Hobby Lobby? You've had the lint in your belly button for 2 years? Axio. I know you're the hand model, but you know, you kind of like have to take care of the lint in the belly button. 11 years in June. Awesome. Oh, you were terrorizing Hobby Lobby's parking lot after hours last night. I gotcha. Well, congratulations, my dear. My 1 year anniversary on uploading videos and everything was the beginning of February. So that's awesome. Congratulations. It's funny how time flies, isn't it? Especially when you get in with a group of people who enjoy all the same things that you do. It just, it's like, hey, wait, what happened? Cardoso, Kenny, welcome, babe. Appreciate that, Josh. You'll be 1 year uploading on March 11th. Wow, Axio. Seems like everybody has been on YouTube so much longer, you know? David stopped smoking 19 years. Holy cow. Shh, shh, shh. Don't say that out loud. She might get a little upset with you. Don't say that out loud. See, the way that I combated that was my husband was already on YouTube, and I used to sit just back there in that chair, and I'd interact and chat, and that was about it. And a lot of these guys in here and my husband are all like, why don't you just start your own? And I'm like, 1 year later, here I sit. You started YouTube yesterday, my foot. And that's the good thing. Like Bob's channel. It's whatever you want to put out there. If it's a drone, if it's your animals, it's just whatever. And that's, I always said my YouTube channel is a mismatch. It's the melting pot. You'll find all kinds of things. You'll find the drones. You'll find crafts. Sometimes you find cooking, not very often. And now you just don't have time to do everything else, right? I totally understand that. I totally understand that. YouTube can take up a lot of time. Does anyone know Gill Skills? Never heard of it. You want to get a mic set up for the GoPro for this season so I could do some moto vlogs. That'd be cool. Really, Kenny. That's been happening. It sucks. It started out that it was only video games, and apparently it's expanding. And it sucks. And the people who do it think it's funny, and it's not. It's not funny at all. You're wasting people's time. You're wasting people's resources. You're wasting community money. It's not funny at all. Wow. It's very interesting. Ryan, did you try it on your phone or did you try it on your laptop? Sometimes I can't do things on my phone that I can on the desktop or laptop, so you might want to try it on something else. Exactly, Bob. Somebody might have died because the cops were wasting time with that BS. And it's awful. It's seriously, seriously awful. And I seriously hope that they track down whoever did it. Because when they get a hold of them, it is not going to be pretty. And they don't understand. I don't know if they don't understand or they just simply think they won't get caught. But honestly, if you think about the amount of money and the amount of resources and the amount of time, exactly. You hear about that all the time. He might have been killed himself if a cop or if he came out with something in his hands, or you had a gung ho cop. And I'm not saying they all are. Don't take it that way, but there are some, and you just never know. And it's not worth it. It's seriously not worth it. And then you have to wonder, did he piss somebody off? Is it just somebody out of the blue? And you'll probably honestly never know. But either way you look at it, it's not funny at all. Ever. It's happened to a few people in their circle of friends. Watch it, Bob. Watch it. And I know exactly what you're talking about. Watch it, Bob. But yeah, it seems to be a trending new thing with YouTube. And I'm sorry, there's been a lot of stupid trends with YouTube. I mean, people eating Tide Pods, people snorting condoms. Um, this Bird Box thing, that wasn't the smartest thing in the world. What was the one where I know Rusty would know exactly what I was talking about. Where they were driving the cars and they would get out of their car and dance beside their car and then try to get back in it. Now, some of those videos I have to admit were kind of funny, but it's just pure stupidity. I mean, they could slip, they could fall, they could be ran over by their car or anything else. Wow. That's sad. I mean, okay, look at it this way. That 77-year-old lady, right? She could have had a heart attack. Is that what they want? And if it is, they're sick and sad people. I'm telling you, they are seriously sick and sad people. Lily, cold and raining in North Carolina. It's raining here now. It was snowing earlier today. The rain washed away all the snow. As you know, quite a bit of my brothers up north, they're still waiting in the snow. Although I think tomorrow and I know Friday it's supposed to hit 60. So I always say it's pneumonia weather. When that weather flip flops that quick, people will go and put short sleeve shirts, shorts on. Oh, it's so warm. It's so warm. Yeah, well, that I've seen our weather here drop from say 60 down to almost 18 in a day. And that's insane. That amount of a temperature drop is crazy. And they go out in their short sleeve shirts and their shorts, and I'm like, yep. And when that temperature drops, what are you going to do then? You're going to freeze. -10 today was beautiful. Hi, I guess that is a little warm for you all compared to some of the weather that you guys have had. Shoo! You're going to get rain until Sunday. Ah! The flowers are blooming? Wow. See, even Mother Nature's confusing. The flowers, the animals. I wonder if there's any animals that have actually attempted to wake up out of hibernation early. Weather can screw up a lot of stuff. And the bad thing is, the flowers that are blooming, if a frost or freeze comes, it's just going to kill them. And that really sucks because there goes that beauty. Now, are you talking, Ryan, that you just tried it on your phone or you tried it earlier on your phone? Right? Welcome to North Carolina weather. I totally understand about North Carolina weather. Got family not that far from you. Try it on your laptop or your desktop. And if you get into it, or when you get into it, make sure you put your phone number associated with your account. That way it can text you, like your reminder or things like that. Because, like, right now, I can't get into Twitter at all on my phone, but I can do it on my desktop and my PC. Uh-huh. Jim, you don't need anything witty to slide on in here. You know that. Family hangout. You don't need anything witty at all. Now, Jim, what kind of weather did you have today? We went from snow to rain. North Carolina's getting rain. Up north, of course, they got snow out the wazoo. I'm telling them to keep that stuff up there. They're not always listening to me because we got a little taste of it this morning, but that's like me. I'm in Maryland all my life. Same town. That's what's crazy. Made it to 58 and was sunny for the last few daylight hours. Oh, that's okay. Greg was in here bragging earlier that it was 83 degrees in Florida today. I say we all go move in with Greg. No, you hear Rusty in the room next to me. He's on his computer playing a game and he's talking on his headset. I know, right, Kenny? I wish. And it's funny because he's got one of those mechanical keyboards, and I keep telling him it sounds like ping pong. Click, 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 click. It's like, ah! But I've gotten used to it now. Driving in the snow or the cold. Well, you tell David to be careful because if it's cold, there can always be black ice that you just can't see. Especially if it's rained or sleeted or even snowed. Oh God, 8:47 and I'm already yawning. But yeah, it's what I'm calling Hell Week this week. It's like for fraternity, except there's no alcohol involved, and I'm like, what is the deal with that? Oh, here you go. You had roast beef and peas for dinner. Well, if any of you guys have ever been to Outback Steakhouse, Chris made a copycat of the Alice Springs chicken that you can get at Outback, and delicious. Well, you had pizza. What kind of pizza, Jim? Pepperoni, cheese. I get pizza tomorrow made at work. Yay. Thomas Curtis, welcome, my dear. You saw black ice once before in your life. You are very lucky, James. Of course, being down there, it never freezes. I can't say that. I do remember, it was a couple years ago. The orange groves and everything down there froze. Cheese and sausage. Yum, yum, yum. You wasn't in Outback, but you were out back. I understand that completely. Ooh, chicken, bacon, and feta cheese flatbread pizza. Yum. Yum. Would you have good, Thomas? You had Danny's? You mean Denny's? Or is there a Danny's? I don't know. There might be. Everywhere seems to have different locations in different places. Oh, shoot. Oh, you didn't get your pizza. All the pizza joints closed their delivery due to the weather. Shh. That's not fair. I like Denny's. Rusty loves Denny's. You ask him, hey, you want to go out to dinner and let him pick? We're going to Denny's. He likes the breakfast. Denny's has good pot roast, though. It's funny because it's like every place that we will go, I usually have one set meal. Ooh, there you go. That's okay. Tater tots got my attention. I will take tater tots over any type of French fries any day going. And it still didn't work, Ryan? You may have to email Twitter and get them to reset things. Oh, they have a new menu? I like how you put that, Thomas. And stuffed posing is meat. Fried. You're not exactly sure what it was? Is that what you're saying? It was just posing as meat, huh? Understand that. I bet you Axio is either having cookies or ice cream. Look at you, Willie. You're just eating all kinds of good stuff today. For lunch, you had steak and rice and mushrooms. Night train, burgers and beans. Yum. Now, were they separate or was your burger made out of beans? Could be either way. Gotcha, my dear. It's that mystery meat. See? I told you. And the funny thing is, I was born in 77, and I graduated high school in 95. So, they were special years that it snowed. And I used to spend just about every summer down in Florida, so Chris is over at his dad's tonight. Fried spam sandwiches. Chris would absolutely love that. Me personally, I'm not too big on spam. I can take it or leave it. But all right, Kenny, what are you saying? You were in 8th grade in 1995. You saying I'm old? Hopefully, not tomorrow. Hopefully Friday, Mike. Hopefully Friday. Fingers crossed. Monday they were going to, and everything got chaotic, and they didn't get a chance to. So, fingers crossed. Hopefully Friday. Richard, welcome, my dear. You had crock-pot chicken and rice. Yum. See, it's a good thing I ate before I went live tonight, because if not, I'd be sitting here going, oh my God, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. Oh, you just remember 95 clearly for a reason, huh? Mm-hmm. I remember 95 extremely well. I remember 94 very well. Let's see. 95, 94, 99. There's just something about them nines. Richard, have you got to fly? Have you guys got to fly lately? I know weather's been crappy. Mother Nature's just not cooperating. But maybe you're still getting some packs in sometime. I know the other day, Night Train, I think it was Valentine's Day, wasn't it, babe? You got 9 packs in that day. Oh, now that, I guarantee you was sweet. The first time your parents took you to Portugal in the summer of 95 for 2 months. That was a total experience. Look at you, 4 wing flights last Saturday. Wait, it's Wednesday. You haven't flown since last Saturday? And how many times have you been back to Portugal since, Kenny? You were born in 78, graduating in 97. Totally 3 times since. Has it changed a lot, or is it still more or less like you remember it? Because that's the wild thing. Sometimes after time, you go back and you're like, I don't remember that. Or sometimes you go back and it's the exact same, and it's almost like the comfort of home. Lousy weather since then, and too busy to fly today. Totally understand that, Richard. I was telling the guys earlier, the people who are new owners, more or less, came up from Texas. And when they got here and they came to work this morning, it was snowing. And a lot of them had never seen snow. So they were like, wow. See, Ryan, I told you. That's the same way it is with me. I can't get it on my phone, but I can get it on the desktop or the laptop. See? Cali is nothing like you remembered it as a kid. Oh, sweet. Took your wife in 2013. She'd never been. Where's your mother-in-law live, James? Yeah, they were so funny. It was like, oh, it's so beautiful. I'm like, it's not gonna last. It's gonna rain and it's gonna wash it all away. And around 11:30, it switched over to rain, and the snow was literally gone by 12:30, 1 o'clock ish. Newfound Drone Productions. Bill, welcome, babe. Doing great. How are you? Now, Kenny's got -10. How cold are you? We got Bill number 1 and Bill number 2 in here. Metro Drones is also Bill. That's like we went to, oh my God, sitting at -20. Woohoo! Too cold, too cold, too cold, too cold. Nope. Y'all need to keep that damn Canadian weather and winds up there, because when it gets to blowing the right way, that's when we get the snowy crap. And we don't like the snowy crap. Right? I agree, Thomas. If it's colder than my age, I'm not happy. Upstate New York. Oh yeah, babe. They get a lot of snow up there. A lot of snow. You just need to go up and visit. Like in fall or spring, just stay away from there in the winter. Whoo, -31 with a wind. No, 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 no. Now, is it colder if the wind is coming off the water, or is it colder for you if the wind is coming off the land? Wacky RC, homie Paul, good morning, babe. Thank you so much for joining me. Because I know here a lot of times the ocean can affect the wind, and it can be colder or it can be warmer. Off the land, it's colder. Yep. You can't pay me enough to be that in the winter. Nah. If I was Bill, I'd have to be coming down south just to warm up, just a little bit. Although you have some absolutely beautiful scenery up there. I got to admit that. All right, Willie, you don't have to apologize, babe. I appreciate you hanging out with me anytime. But I hope you have a great rest of your week and a wonderful weekend, my dear. That is one thing I can definitely say about the northern area. Beautiful scenery. Not saying the South does not, but if you think about it, there's not really a whole lot of like the mountains and falls and things like that down south. They seem to tend to be more up north. I don't understand why, but Maryland's got it all. We got the beaches, we got the ocean, we got the lakes, we got the rivers, we got the mountains, we got the falls. Although this is going to sound really stupid, I've never been to the falls in Maryland, and they're supposed to be beautiful. One of these days, I'm going to get there. I think it's like a 5-hour drive, 6-hour drive, one way. The last time I did that was down to Danville, Virginia, because Rusty wanted to see a tank museum. Ryan, there is Joseph's Twitter. If you click on there, you should be able to message him or just leave a comment and he'll get up with you. See, Grossmore National Park. See, Axio, that is insane. That is absolutely insane. Yeah, James, there's a big difference from being nice and warm all the time and then coming up north and it's like, Jesus, God, how do you people live up here? Waterfalls are just so peaceful and so beautiful. Of course, I love nature anyway. You know, when I'm leaving in the morning, usually the sun is just starting to rise. And where I've been taking Rusty to work, I always look in the same area. And he's like, "What are you looking at?" I'm like, "Look." I said, "Now, isn't that a beautiful way to start your morning?" And the colors. And he's like, "You're right." He says, "You always find beauty in the simplest things." And I'm like, "Yeah, Mother Nature always provides the beautiful stuff." I totally agree with you, Bill. I wish I could visit somewhere warm right now. Right, Bill, too? Me, too! That's what I'm saying. We all need to go down south. We'll just hibernate down south for a while. Exactly. Everybody just needs to play it safe. If you've got your address out there, take it off. Don't give them that little piece of ammunition. You know what I mean? Ooh, now that sounds awesome. Fire Falls. Yes, Bob, they can. But it's easier. It's almost like you kind of like left the door open a little bit if you put it out there. But yeah, they can still do it without an address. Some of these suckers are right smart. Most of them are. Exactly, Bill. One love, Mother Earth. She is always providing beauty in the smallest little things. The smallest little things. And it's like, if you look for it, it can always brighten your day. It's like today, I opened up the back door at work in the little building that I'm in, and it was so beautiful because the snow was falling, and there are cedar trees, evergreens behind the fence, and the snow had just started to layer on the cedar trees, and some of it was still green, and some of it was all white. It was like, wow. And of course, then behind that, there's a golf course, And it's so funny because there's this one bush. When you're standing at the door, there's this, like, straight across. I gotta tell Chris about it. Because as soon as I saw it, I was like, he needs to rip that bush. It's perfectly round, just kind of sits there all by itself. And I'm like, that's a perfect bush. That is such a perfect bush. I'm going to have to show him the next time he comes up to work. Watch it, Jim. Apparently, it happened on another channel live stream. That would be epic. That would be epic. Oh, wouldn't they? Oh God, they'd be so pissed. Yes, yes. What channel was that, Kenny? Gills. I believe you said. And then apparently there was one of a 77-year-old lady. It's stupid. I'm telling you, it's totally stupid. And me personally, I hope they catch who the hell ever is doing it. And I hope they bury their ass underneath the prison. Exactly, Bill. What a waste of energy. What a waste of resources. Just like Bob said earlier. You know, it's somebody could desperately need their services and they're out because of stupidity. Oh yeah, I know it's a crime if they're caught. It's a nasty ass crime if they're caught. Yeah, Ryan, I'll send it to you after the stream, babe. Actually, Kenny, there was it was not through YouTube. In Maryland, about 3.5, 4 hours away from here. They did that and they caught the people. One guy was in Baltimore and his accomplice was in the UK. They are now extraditing his ass from the UK back to Maryland. So I don't think he's going to get a slap on the wrist for them having to go through all that. But you're right, Bob. The police are reluctant to investigate it. And it really, really sucks. It's very serious. It's extremely serious. And like with the video games, a lot of times it was kids. I'm not so sure this is kids. Yep. Someone could easily lose their life over something so stupid. And like the 77-year-old lady, come on. What's to say she couldn't have had a heart attack from all that? It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. It's not fair. It's sickening. Those people are absolutely sickening and pathetic. And they seriously need to get a life. One that does not involve YouTube. Because they obviously should not be on YouTube. They should be banned from any type of social media going. And think about it. Okay? If they're doing it on YouTube, what's next? Facebook Live? I mean, they can do it anywhere. It started out with video games. It's gone to YouTube. Exactly, Kenny. Some gamer got shot because he came out with his controller in his hand. Exactly. They should not be allowed around any type of technology at all. None. And the bad thing is, I know here they've got, even in the prisons, in the jails, they've got access to technology. What gives them the right to have that? I'm sorry, you committed a crime. You don't get all those luxuries. There are people out here working every day and don't have the luxuries that some people get while they're in jail or in prison. Did you guys get a free college education? Most of us didn't. You go to jail, you get one. Do you guys have free health care? Most of us don't. You go to jail, you get it. Exactly. They say child molesters can't use the internet, but they still do. You're right, Ed. Welcome, love my drones. Law abiding citizens have less rights than criminals, it seems. And that's true. That's true. That's just like the gun control. You seriously think the criminals are going to listen to you? They didn't listen to you in the first place. That's why they're a criminal. True, Bill. Laws are only set up for an honest man. That is very true. And that's sad. It's really, really sad. But can you imagine how the world would actually be if there were no laws? That might be a scary place. It honestly, truly might be a scary place. But you think about all the lawlessness that is in some areas, and it's like, it's almost there. When the criminals can do anything they want and get away with it. But you and I are held to a different standard. That's not right. That is honestly not right at all. But of course, the criminals are going to argue with that. Ed, honey, don't you want to come up here and help me tomorrow and Friday? We're doing inventory, and I know you know what those electrical supplies are. I don't know about that, Jim. I'm not so sure okay, maybe no politicians, but no laws? Oh, yeah. Inventory. That's okay. I'll get through this shit. I do it every year. This one's just a little earlier and a little more detailed. Right? The Wild Wild West. Well, Bill, I won't rip on the cops. I appreciate what they do. But like I said earlier, some of them are a little gung ho. And then, of course, you also have your crooked cops. And they get away with a lot more than even what the criminals do. Guess I watch too many different shows. But they think at times that they're immune, and they're not. And yeah, they will a lot of times put their life right on the line to protect somebody they don't even know. That's why I always said that's a job that I could not do. I honestly could not do. Exactly, James. We'd be a third world country if there was no law. Oh yeah. Oh, that is so true, Bill. There are crooked people in every profession. Definitely. No problem, Ryan. And the police do have an extremely hard job. I mean, would you guys honestly want a job where you don't know if you're going to get to come home that night and your family's going to lose you? I wouldn't. But there are people out there who are very willing to do that, to protect, to serve, just like the military. Those guys, when they're sent off to war, they don't know if they're coming home. I'd never want to do that. Exactly, especially with all the hate towards officers. And you know what? That's pure ignorance. Just because one cop may make a mistake or one cop may be dirty, that doesn't give you a right to hate every cop going. And not to me. It's just like the bad apples. Just because you bite into one and you got a worm doesn't mean there's going to be a worm in every single apple. Oh yeah, Trish, working in a jail is also bad. There was in Delaware, they're actually going through the trial right now of where the inmates rioted and they murdered a correction officer. They literally locked the correction officers in a room because the prison was understaffed, and criminals aren't stupid. They just had the bad luck of getting caught. I don't know that name, Jim. Should I? You're gonna make me Google that later. You know this, right? Yeah, Kenny, they honestly do. When it's you versus, I don't know, I'll give you a small number. If it's you versus 10, dude, you're screwed. If it's you versus 30, hang it up. If they can get to you, they're going to. It's almost like they have the mentality of, what do I have to lose? I'm already in here. Do you want to stay in there? But if they're already serving a life sentence, seriously, what do they have to lose? Now, Bob, you know Bull. Wow. Wow. I may have heard about it, but then it's just not ringing a bell. Of course, I'm more or less like right now on different things, and things that just should make sense don't. Wow, that's crazy, Bob. You be careful and don't you dare send Valerie to the door. Shame on you. Oh yeah, Kenny, we have a prison not that far away. And I can't remember the guy's name. It was one of the serial killers. Was there and got loose. He escaped. Man, they shut down everything everywhere hunting for this guy. They eventually found him. But it was like, really? First of all, they claim that, oh, when we build this prison, it's going to make so many extra jobs. Nobody wants to work there. They are also understaffed. Now, you know, when they get out, they have nowhere to go. So they stay in your neighborhood. And what happens to your neighborhood? It goes straight downhill. The more of them that get out and integrate in your neighborhood, then you're sitting around going, what the hell happened to my neighborhood? This is not the place I grew up in. Now, I know that name for a reason. I'm not sure why. Amen, Bob. First line of defense, 3 German Shepherds. Second line of defense, many loaded guns here. Yep, yep. Was that the one that was involved in the little girl somewhere down south? Told you I can't think tonight. I'm just like Lacey Peterson, I think it was, wasn't it? Wasn't her name Lacey Peterson, and wasn't she pregnant? Stacy. I was close. Come on now. For a brain not working and it's been like here lately, I was close. Right? Right, Ed? I got a bunny. Does that count? And Skippy's going to be over there whistling. Dad, Dad, Dad. No, I ain't believing that, Axio. You knew this guy Axio growing up real crazy, dude? I'm not so sure about that. I like him. So, Axio, is it cookies or ice cream tonight, baby? Or both? You making ice cream sandwiches? Scotch! Look, I was at work today and I'm like, you know what? I'm seriously having a damn drink tonight. I deserve it. And then I got to thinking, if I do that, one's going to lead to another, to another. Inventory starts tomorrow. No, I can't do that. Come on Sunday. Yeah, Jim, I'd say you've met some scary people, babe. But, you know, honestly, when you first meet somebody, you never truly know how they honestly are. Their true colors will only show over time if they want you to see them. Some people are very good at hiding it. 1, 2, 3. How many aspirins did I take? Oh no, the heck with the aspirin. That's ibuprofen, and it's usually at a 4-shot to a 6-shot. RC crazy. You've been dozing in and out. Oh, I totally understand, babe. I said tonight's going to be an early night. We're not having a long stream. Actually, I'm going to end it at 9:30 because my last day off was this past Sunday, and my next day off is going to be March 2nd. I have to make it till March 2nd. I'm going to get a countdown going. Tiff, Mrs. RC, welcome, my dear. You looked at the heart donuts. Dunkin' Donuts has heart donuts the whole month of February. Just about every filled donut they have is usually in the shape of a heart. Nothing worse than a naked skinny guy with a gun. Yes, there is, Bob. A crazy naked skinny guy with a gun. Just finished a bunch of decals. Tiff, you are constantly working, lady. I don't know how you do it. Yeah, every Friday we get donuts. That's how I know about the Dunkin' Donuts. Well, every Friday at work. And Eric, I know working out there in that cold, it honestly beats you down even more than normal. Alvin, welcome, babe. It's just like, okay. Once you get in the house and you start to warm up and then you get something warm in your belly, then it's like, I can't do this anymore. I've definitely warmed up. I've had something warm in my belly. Now I need the nice hot bath, and I'll be gone. Ooh, it does. I was outside working in the snow this morning, and then in the rain this afternoon. That's right, Ryan. FPV NoobTube is live. They started up around 9, and that is Josh Withrow and Chuck It. And I'm not sure if they have a special guest tonight or not. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry, Bill. Sorry, Richard. Hey, that's not only men. The way I've been working the last 2 weeks, you can ask Chris. On nights that we are not streaming, I'm crashed out normally on the couch by 8:30. And he has pictures to prove it. God help me. The man has pictures to prove it. Alvin, is the physical therapy helping? Or are you still in the stiff and ouch stage? I tell you what, truck stops have a lot of neat different things now. That one's got a Dunkin' Donuts. Tell David he needs to buy you some heart-shaped donuts. Eat one for me. No, the kids called the leftover pizza. You should have told him that was for breakfast, Tiff. Now, has schools been canceled up there because of the snow, or are they actually still going to school? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, Alvin. I totally understand that. I think that's like when I did therapy, I had it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I think I honestly hurt more than I did on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm like, oh my God, if I could just get through this, it'll be all right. They're still going to school. Gotcha. Tiff's like, thank God. Thank God. I can get some stuff done. Shh, I didn't say that. You won't eat them? You don't eat donuts? Out of, oh, shoot. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the guys buy donuts every 5 weeks, or for 5 weeks we get donuts, and then they have one guy who buys bagels. I don't eat unless I'm like, and I definitely need some type of sugar pick me up, then I'll have a donut. Otherwise, just give me the bagel. And I don't like the cream cheese on the bagel. I know I'm a freak. I don't want the bagel toasted. I don't want cream cheese on the bagel. Just give me the bagel. That's all I want. Just give me the bagel. You're right, Jim. I need a nice warm bed and a pillow, or at least a couch and a blanket. And it's so funny because Chris will be in here and he'll be working on drones, or he'll be doing this, or he'll be doing that, and I'm out on the couch. Gone. Been working on Thumper. Get her up and running, John. Come on now. Send it, baby. Send it. Yeah, Bob, I do believe Alvin said they do have pool therapy. But the next day you still ache like, oh my God. Especially no pool at home, and yeah. Well, see, you can leave off the cream cheese. Just put the butter on there and yum, yum, yum. Just remember, Alvin, heat and ice, baby. And ibuprofen if you can take it. I know some people can't, but it does honestly help relieve the inflammation on the inside. That's why it helps, and it doesn't hurt as bad. Once you get that inflammation down on the inside, you're golden. And once you get your muscles used to doing everything all over again. Oh, bagels can look like cookies. Or maybe cookies can look like bagels. I'll have to come up with something on that one. Toasted bagel with cream cheese and chives. Wash it down with a macchiato. You know, I've yet to get a macchiato. I keep saying I'm going to go get it. I've got the gift card to go get it, and I've yet to make it to Starbucks. Although I was watching YouTube the other day, and I think it was like 6 months ago, they were doing this challenge. You go to Starbucks and you let the barista pick your drink, whatever they want. I said, well, that's one way to find out if you actually like something. But at the same time, I'd be a little too scared. I told you I was a little weird, Ed. You know that. Toasted and cream cheese for you all day long. And see, I like the chewy. And me, personally, I only like cream cheese if it's like baked into something or cooked into something. Then I like the cream cheese. Otherwise, I'm like, ugh. Richard, you don't always have to be your age for that. Yep, Bob knows all about therapy as well. And see, Alvin, that's not even fair because I didn't get pool therapy and I didn't get a hot tub. They just literally tortured me. Electrical stimulation is nice, though, at times. I do like Starbucks. My favorite was the what the hell was that? Cinnamon Dolce Cafe au lait. Oh my god. If you haven't tried a cinnamon dolce at Starbucks, yum yum yum. That one is good. But once I figured that out, I never tried anything else. Exactly. We're a 10 unit to this day. I totally understand that. Oh my god. Yes, Kenny. Your toes are extremely necessary. And yes, your big toe is where you get most of your balance from. And having to learn to walk properly again, I have had that experience. You know, usually you only have to learn to walk once, and that's when you're little. When you have to relearn how to walk and you're older, bad habits have already been formed, and it's not easy. I've had to relearn to walk twice on top of the first time ever learning to walk, and it sucks. Every single time I've had to do it, it sucks. A shortbread latte. Now that sounds good. I like shortbreads. See, they didn't even have a pool where I went, Alvin. It was a very, it was a very small place, but it ended up being like family. And it was so funny because at the time I was not driving. So Chris would drop me off, wait, or come back and get me. And I'd come out and I'm talking about everybody in therapy because they had some interns that were college students. So they were learning to become therapists and different things. But you got to know them so well. Oh, it's easy. Believe me, it's easy. And unfortunately for me, I used to have a really bad temper, and the way I took things out was I would kick stuff. And yeah, I broke every single one of my toes multiple different times. And oh my God, cast it? No, you can't do that. It just doesn't happen. So it's kind of like, I'm not so sure you can open a coconut with it, John, but that'd be kind of interesting to watch. Very true, Richard. Very true. Starbucks is a little pricey on their coffees. I'm sorry, James. We are always talking about food or something like that. That's where this conversation usually ends up. Star Schmucks? Ouch, Bob. Damn, you're like vicious on yourself, aren't you? Your neck, your back, tearing your bicep. Mm. John, you'll have to ask Chris about my toes at times because he laughs. I can literally use my toes just like my fingers and pick up things. And he's like, how in the hell do you do that? But I honestly think it's because they've been broke so many different times. Reattached with some special stuff now. Dunkin' Donuts coffee is not bad. Me personally, at home, I prefer Folgers. Axio is our cookie monster for sure. Wawa coffee's good. I know, right, Axio? You don't have any cookies. It is a sad day at your house. Geez, Bob, you need to slow down a little bit if you're tearing your bicep off your forearm. Come on now. Uh, ouch, Ed. Ouch. My dad ended up losing his ring finger because he was a truck driver, and you know the steps and how they have the holes in the steps. He slipped. His wedding band got caught and it was tight on his finger and it just kind of and they attempted to reattach it but it didn't make it. Well, James, you're just gonna have to take your steering servo down to the store and get some cookies, and while you're at it, get some for Axiomatic too. He doesn't have any tonight, Ryan. I think he already ate them all. Do you have ice cream? If he doesn't have ice cream, something's really wrong. That is a sad, sad day at his house. Ouch. Haha. See, it's not that sad. Look, Axio, you see what you've done? Nobody has cookies, and everybody now wants cookies. And see, I don't have any cookies here either, or otherwise I could just sit here and torture you guys and eat cookies. But I wouldn't do that. I'd be going, wait, give me my cookie, damn it, give me my cookie. Come on, mine, 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 mine. Ah, John, I remember that. I remember that. That did not look good at all. Harry, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. We're discussing food, snacks, injuries, all of the above. Ooh. Ow, Bob, and they had to stretch that all back out, didn't they? Ouch. I tell you what, surgery and technology have have come so far. Oh, Richard, you better look out. A lot of guys in here like them Oreos. Oreo. Oh, now I like Chex Mix. Jakey, welcome, babe. Just hanging out with the fam. It's been a crazy couple weeks for me, and I got another like week and a half to go, and I'll be back to normal. Sprite and bananas? I'm not even sure I want to know, John. RC Funds, Alvin wants you to email him again. He can't find your email. Shame on you, Alvin. Right? You break a winner, you get a winker. I can't even talk tonight. You get a kink in it for life. A kinky wiener. Wait, is that how they like bend to the left or never mind? I told y'all I'm tired, so. Oh no! Ooh! Cookies that taste like garbage. I didn't even know there was such a thing. Axio says they made them wrong. They made them wrong. David asked, "What's normal?" Honey, I haven't figured that out yet. I haven't figured that out at all. Like a speed bump. Dum-dum. It's no fun being normal. Be yourself. Be who you are. Love life and enjoy it. No, actually, I think that's axiomatic at ilovecookies.com. Right, Ed? David's asking the wrong bunch of people. But Bob, we love yourself now. We love you, baby. Shame on you, Axio. Shame, shame, shame. But guys, I said 9:30. We've done rolled past that. You know, time flies when you're having fun with a family. It always truly does. But I'm gonna hop off of here. I'm gonna go get me a hot bath. And as you can see, the eyeballs are already starting to. Frank, the tank, welcome, my dear. Right, you got 11 minutes of bonus material. Oh, Lord, you had to use a medical waiver on a guy so he could re-up because he had a broken wiener. TMI. I love to see the paperwork on that one. I swear, I would have loved to see the paperwork on that one. Oh, I said when things get back to normal. I meant my normal work schedule. Because right now, I am working extra hours through lunch. Last week, I pulled 12 and a half hours of overtime. This week, I'm not even counting yet. So, yeah, it takes a lot out of me. Bob, we ain't going there. We ain't going there at all. I'm sure, Richard. I bet that was priceless. Yes, Ed, it does. Yes, indeed, it does. It's been kind of sweet the last couple weeks, so it's like, okay, I can do this. There's some benefits to it, so I appreciate y'all hanging out. I hope you have an amazing rest of the week. Chins up, guys. Y'all only have like 2 days. Some of you guys don't even have 2 days left. I hope you get to enjoy your weekend. Think of me counting all kinds of stupid little electrical stuff, and I will catch you all next time. Love you guys. Y'all have a wonderful week. Thanks for hanging out. That's right. Don't forget about the FPV Noob Tube if y'all are still up and looking for something to watch. Go check out Josh and Chuck it. Tell them I said hi, because Crystal's getting ready to go nighty night. Oh, thanks, John. Don't forget to smash that like button, guys. I'll see you all later on. Love y'all.